What is up, guys? We're at the Doncaster flats today. See, now back in the 90s, this is where if you was a heroin addict in the 90s, you probably end up living in one of these. You know, there wasn't like mass immigration like there is now. There wasn't an influx of people. Most of the flats were empty, and heroin addicts, what they used to do, I'm not condoning it, but you know, this is what happened. People just used to go in there, kick one of the doors off, and they would keep all the like electricity and the water, they would keep it all on, and it had like a cooker in there. It had everything you needed, really. So heroin addicts would kick the door in and just go and live in there for free. And right at the top, there's a lift what goes all the way up. Right at the top there was a drug dealer, and I knew him, and he was a bit of a bully. No one really liked him, and some of his drugs went missing, and he told me, he says, I know who it is. And he says, when I see him, I'm going to give him some licks. So if you see him, don't tell him. And I learned in prison, you know, keep yourself to yourself, keep your nose out, don't get involved in other people's business. And anyway, as I came down the lift, walked out, he was there right in front of me. And I thought, do I tell him? But I didn't tell him. And I walked out. And when I'd come out, I felt a little bit uneasy, you know. I thought, he's going to get some licks here, so I better wait, see what happens. So I waited, and like a couple of minutes later he come down, and I'll never forget it. It was night time, he had his hood up, and he was just like stumbling forward like a zombie. I thought, fucking hell, he's probably done him in here. And he had his hood up, and I could see on his face there was something not right. And the closer he got, I could see, you know, he'd been slashed with a Stanley blade. Nasty things, those Stanley blades, horrible things. And it slashed him, and it looked like the guy from Hellraiser. He had his hood up as well, and because he was in shock, his face was really white. So oh man, that image is instilled it's burned into my brain for the rest of my life. And that's the reality. That's what it's like being a heroin addict. I'm just glad I'm out of that life now. And if anybody's watching this, stuck in that life, you know, there's a way out, because I got myself out of it, and there's nobody any worse than I was. But anyway, that's the video for today. I was just passing by and I thought I'd do a quick video. Doncaster Flats. Bonjour.